and welcome to KIKI'S chat show. Today we are talking about marriage between young adults. Freddie Green, my guest, whom some of you have met if you've been on my show. Some of you have never met him, but his name is Sir Freddie Green, OBE, MIPI. He's an inventor. He has had experiences in his life, and he would like to share these experiences with all of us as parents of young adults, and with young adults as people getting married, people planning to get married, and people in marriages already. Now, the thing is, marriage at the best of times is really, even with all your best efforts, marriage can be a challenge to navigate. Now, I don't know if people know this. I don't know if people have heard this. However, Freddie Green, Sir Freddie Green, is going to talk to us about marriage. Welcome to the show, Freddie.
Thank you, Kik.
I don't know where to start. I don't know where to begin the questioning, but can you tell me why you're on the show tonight?
Well, we are going to address the problem of divorce, what make people divorce. That's all. And how people can avoid that.
Okay. What is marriage to you? What does marriage mean to you?
To me, marriage is very divine. Marriage is very important in everybody's life. As we all know, that when God saw Adam on his own, he thought it would be good for him to give Adam a partner. Because at the end of the day, there's a saying, two heads think better than one. So marriage is very, very important to me. I would love to see men and women with children going shopping. It's so just beautiful as a family. But now, what makes them sort of fall apart during the marriage? There is something seriously going on, which probably many people do not know. You see, marriage is not about conceitedness. They say true love never grows old. It's all about respect, loyal, etc., etc. It also is about being patient. People join in, they join in conversation, and eventually it ends up, as a fight, because probably they don't understand very well during the conversation. And so they misconstrue the whole thing to be sometimes not being respectful. And I believe that also some jealousy from the men's side or jealousy from the woman's side. Let me address the woman's side first. Some men, when they see their wives excelling more than them, they become very jealous because they want to be in the forefront. A woman also, when she's idle and the man is working very hard and excelling, there's fright there because she thought that, oh, my wife is having meetings here and there and there and there. So first thing that comes into their minds is she believes the husband is having an affair. Now, for this to be addressed, you need to exercise patience, because I believe big brains understand more than small brains. So when you marry, you got to be able to observe your partner, his likes and your likes. And then rather you come together to adjust it to suit each other, because we are all coming from different places, different background, and all sorts of things. Let me tell you one thing. When couples are there and the man starts beating the wife for small things, there's a small boy in the house, a child. He sees that all the time. He thinks it's normal. So when he grows up, he becomes a woman beater. When a child is there, a daughter is there, and the mother is talking to the husband harshly and abusing him, she grows up to be abusive to the mother. It's all, they said, everything comes from the home, the way you bring up your kids. But even what I've said right now, it creates confusion, because sometimes you've taken a woman with a child, okay? And if the child is doing something wrong, then you, the man, you address it. Then, your wife gets offended because she thinks that, oh, you are being too strict on the child. This brings confusion, and you argue on this all the time, shouting each other, then eventually say, look, I'm fed up, I'm going. That is the divorce, the first steps in the divorce. There are so many things that happens in homes that the woman can't take it and the man can't take it. So they have to separate. This is the main question that we have to address. How people behave themselves, how people are patient with their woman, no matter what it is. There is no problem without solution.
So, Freddie, you have said a lot, and through this, we're going to dissect it carefully. One of the things you said was, when people marry, my question is, as we are addressing young adults, not necessarily our generation, because ours is past, but the ones getting married now, do you think that maybe they didn't get enough advice from their parents before entering into the marriage?
Nobody teaches someone how to know God. Nobody. You feel it. So if a child is in the home, you look at the way the parents behave and you take it into the future. Do you understand me? However, the parents are only there to guide, as I addressed some time ago, that God gives children to parents, and the parents are known, as far as God is concerned, as caretakers. So, if you don't bring up the child very well, and he gets into the wrong hands in future and doing all sorts of things, the punishment comes to you, because God trusted you with those children. What you teach them, the disciplines that you give them, the standards you give them, okay? All the principles you give them, because you can never bend a tree whilst it's growing when it's bent. You can only straighten it gradually until it grows, because when it's grown, you can never correct it.
So basically, you're saying children copy, and
Yes.
so they see what the parents do.
Exactly.
Yes, some of you, the guests, the people watching, the listeners are agreeing with you. But my other question, though, is sometimes, for example, if you are a child and you watched your father hit your mother, and then you grew up, some people they never hit their mothers because they know how, they never hit their wives because they know how it affected their mothers. So can children also not make up their minds and say, this is not good, I'm not going to be like that?
Yeah, sometimes children are biased. It says that anyone who covers over offense promotes love. Whosoever repeat the matter separate close friends. So, if the father is too strict on the children, any small thing, they go to the mother. Why? Because the mother is going to cover them, not addressing the issue that this is what you did, that is why your father did that. She is by love. The other day, I posted something that mothers, let your children run to their fathers to take refuge. I meant that they should be the one, because the children listen to them more than even the father. So as the mother is trying to check the children, they run to the father because they know the father is soft. But the father will find a way to calm that girl down and advise the child that this is what you did. That is why your mother was treating you this way. This goes on and on and on, and eventually the mother thinks that, oh, you are disciplining my child too much, blah 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 blah. There, and then I can't be with you anymore. She packs her things and off. She goes, divorce. That is what it is.
Okay, so I've heard that. So what you just said in a nutshell is sometimes the men are hard on the children. The mother is so nurturing on the child. She gets upset when the father checks the child too harshly, and then she leaves him because of that. Now, what is the solution for that?
The solution is very simple. Okay? Because you, the mother, you are seeing the child doing something wrong. Because of love or whatever it is, you keep quiet. You are by love. But the father will sit down for a son or a daughter to misbehave because the father is principled. And he wants you to take these principles and lead a life with it. Because when you are principled and have standards, it's your credit card outside there. It's as simple as that.
Yeah, but is it all fathers who are principled? I mean,
no, I don't say all fathers. There are some fathers who are very, very irresponsible. Irresponsible. Because they have their own agenda. I know, I've heard, and I've been told that about 5 people, youngsters, they got married. 6 months later, they all divorced. Why? They had babies even with these children, or with these women. Don't you think that, at that time they ruined the woman's life? Because it's the mother that carries the child. But out of annoyance, out of misunderstanding, if the woman has a big temper, then he says, oh, you are not the only man this world. When I go there, I'll find some, pack herself and go. And she didn't know that she's going to meet even worse than that. The same thing applies to men. So the only way to go about this is be patient, listen carefully, observe why the father is checking the child. And if you want your child to grow up to be a better person, then of course you allow the father to check, and then you embrace the child and say, sweetheart, sit down, let me talk to you. You did this, you did that, you did that. That is why your daddy was angry. Then you cuddle her. That's all.
Is that the only reason? Because I think that there are some more. For example,
there are some more. I know that. I'll come to it. Tell me.
How do married people deal with, in this present day, some people say when you marry, then you have to listen to your husband all the time.
No, I disagree.
Sorry?
I disagree on that.
Why do you disagree? In
I
which
disagree
angle?
because you see, marriage is equal partnership. Nobody is the boss. You see, I'll give myself as an example.
Give yourself. That's
Okay,
what I want.
okay. I'll give my examples to you. I respect women so much, so much. I can't even argue with a woman. When a woman does wrong to me, I just ignore it, go my way, and I don't relate to that person again. Of course, my princess sometimes gets me angry, and she argues unnecessarily this and that. But when I find out she's going on too much, I just block my ears and sleep. I don't want to hear. Okay, but you see, this woman will moan and moan and moan. I mean, I think of better things, not small stuff like that. So it's partnership. You respect your man will respect you. What your woman can't do, you do it for her. That is love. Love is not conceited. There's no, and true love also, does not grow old. Okay? Now, I'll tell you an example. You meet a woman. There must be something about her. That is why you fell in love with her. Now, when you got the woman, now what she did to excite you, you want to block that woman from not doing that. This is totally nonsense. The same thing like a woman. You see a man, he comes to talk to you, and you get into him. There's something that you saw in that man. That is why you accepted his offer. However, when you come together, what you actually saw in that man, you don't want him to do it again. I term that to be insecurity, because you based your loving this man by the way he is, and so he's precious to you. Okay, and because of your insecurity, you will think another woman has come to take him. That causes trouble.
So insecurity is a major factor as well.
Insecurity. No matter what you do, no matter what a man does, a woman will always find fault of that man, because maybe the man is very busy going about his business here and there, but she has different motive. And I'm going to give an example. My first wife, my children's mother. Okay? I talk straight. I'm not afraid of anybody. Okay? She was a nice woman. But I'll tell you, if they say this woman is beautiful, yes, her posture there is beautiful. But has he got a beautiful heart? But there are people, there are women that, excuse me to say this, they are not attractive or whatever it is. But because of their heart, people say, you see this one going, she's such a beautiful woman. They're not talking about the body of that woman. They are talking about the inside of that woman. This is what I found with my princess. Inside her is very beautiful. Since we got on, more than 2.5 years ago, we've never had an argument. I cook for her. I feed her. We joke, we do all sorts of silly things. And she comes, oh, they spoiled me, spoiled me. I say, if I spoil you, I mean, how can you treat me well? You can't. But I'll do my best. When there's something to be done, and she's not doing it, I'm not going to complain. I just go out there and do it, because when I went out there, it's not written on my face. Freddie did this in the house. You see, arrogance with men, okay? They think they feel big, control. But women are not supposed to be controlled. They are not. If you trust your woman, you trust your man, you will never think bad about your man or your woman, because you are confident the woman belongs to you, the man belongs to you. It's the way you interact, and how you interact at home. Yes, it goes out there and say, oh, what a lovely couple. People are seeing it. It's so lovely. So it's arrogance, sometimes from the men. Okay? That brings about all this divorce in business. If they can actually engage in intellectual conversation, addressing the issues, the likes and the unlikes, I think this would happen. But I believe there are some men and women who just want short period romance. There are some women who just want only a baby. Give it to me, go your way, I'll go my way. It happens.
I don't know. I'm finding it difficult. I agree with a lot of things you've said, but I find one thing that I find difficult. Nobody has a short romance doesn't bring marriage. It is because you know for a fact that when you're getting married, this is going to go on for a while. You're going to be married for a long time. You're going to have children. You're going to do things together. In fact, there are a lot of marriages where there are no children, but they last a long time. So I think, you've had experiences. You've married basically twice. So you've had experiences. You've kept your women. Your first wife died, and so you then later on married again. That is lovely.
I was trying to address my first wife's issue when I think I diverted and brought in something. Let me go there. Of course, I loved her. She gave me beautiful children, but violent. If there's small mistakes, she started throwing knives here, this and that. Sometimes she hit my head. Those days I used to drink Remy all the time, you see, but now I don't drink. Hit my head with a Remy Martin bottle. I said to her, listen, whenever we have a banter and this violent activities goes again, I'm out. I'm out. She did it, and that night I packed myself and went away. My children was asking me, Daddy, what happened? I said, when you are 21 years old, I will tell you. At the age of 21, I called them and I said, would you have loved people to tell you, I saw your daddy and he seems mad and this and that? He says, no. I said, this is what your mother was doing to me, cracking my brains up. I had to protect myself. Okay? I've never hit a woman in my life. I joke with them. You should know the way I joke even with Princess. You see it all the time. This is how it should be. Because nobody goes to marry to live, of course. You go with good intention because you love the person. But why does the love actually diminish in no time? It's behavior-wise, character-wise. So if people can address these things, everything will be fine. When I met Princess, I told her, would you allow me to discipline your children? He says, yes. I said, look, you got to stick what you are doing because I want you to say yes. Okay? You got to be behind me to check the children if they do something wrong. Of course, I'll check the children. And to be frank, I'm highly impressed. They've learned a lot from me. I teach them math, I teach them science, we do experiments at home, all sorts of things. They love me. I check them, but the night they come and hug me, kiss me, they play with me. Even though I've checked them seriously, they still come to me because I'm doing that out of love. That's all. You see? So there are many, many things probably we can address it today. We can't. Okay, we can address it all today because it's an ongoing thing that must stop. And I want to tell you that, you see, the biggest room in the world is the room for change. If you know this is your behavior, this is your character, you don't respect your woman or your woman don't respect you, change, because the biggest room in the world is the room for change. We can all do that. We have the power to do things. We have the mind to address issues. So when you are having an argument, okay, it's got nothing to do with love. The love is there, but you're only addressing issues. And so when there's heated argument, put the love aside, address yourself, let the understanding prevail, and that's it. You kiss and make up. But it's nice to be loved and to love. It's nice to be a partner. You see, it makes you, I'm 76 years and I've gone for a young woman. I think I'm getting more younger and younger every day. For the love and affection she's giving me, it increases my age. Increases my life. I know friends who died, that age, who died in their homes without wives. Sometimes it takes 1 week before they can even access their bodies. So marriage is good. The last thing I want to say is, I always advise women, marriage is good. Don't focus too much on the children. The water find its own level. When they grow up, they'll find their level. Because if you follow children for for you to lose your husband, and they grow up, they leave you, they go and they go into relationship, they go to your boyfriend, sometimes you want them to do something, so mommy, daddy, there's something I have to do, and she's lying because the boyfriend is taking her somewhere. You see, and if you are on your own, this is what you are going to encounter. There's nobody there for you because each one for themselves, God for us, but they are also protecting their marriage. They wouldn't leave their marriage, come to you every day to come and do chores for you and this and that. They wouldn't do it. Okay? But if you had your wife with you, at least two of you will console yourself and then do what is necessary, because you can't depend upon anybody. Your own family, you can't depend upon them.
Freddie.
Yes?
Could it be that your views are from your time?
My time?
Yes.
Oh, yeah?
It's a question.
My view from time? No, I move with time. I'll tell you the other day. Francis Bacon, about 500 years ago, said in his papers, okay, he who will not accept new remedies must expect new evils, for time is the greatest innovator. Change, the biggest room in the world. That is why we have that change. You see, change is like innovation. As Francis Bacon addressed, innovation is the process of applying, and producing change.
Creating, inventing, changing.
What do you say?
Creating, inventing, changing.
Well, yes, but invention itself got different, what you call definition. Invention is the process through which something is produced or constructed by original thought. So you can see it's different. So somebody invents something, and then one person comes and then apply change to that to make life even more simpler. So you can't tell me that I behave like the medieval days. No, I don't.
No, I didn't say that.
Okay.
I am asking that could it be?
You are asking But I'm telling you, I'll go with time. But
Yeah,
I'll go with
okay,
time
I accept.
because yes, I'll go with time because this modern days, no wonder many children are spoiled out there. No discipline. The parents are even frightened
Of their children.
of their children. You have to check them because if you hear them the way they're going to answer their mother or father, I don't take it. Okay? I am sitting down here and I don't talk to my two boys and my one girl. I love them, but I can't take their stupidity because stupidity is defined as an ignorant and a shameless person. But I had an interview with you, my son who came from Ghana. This is a son that I stopped talking to for some time, years back. He begged, and then tried to connect with a cousin, my niece. And because I don't want to see women crying, my niece cried on me, accepted him. He's my best buddy because he has excelled. He has learned all the disciplines and everything. And the other day when we went and even sort of outdoor the child, he was telling people that daddy, he rules with principles, regimentally. And my children, when they're those I wasn't even talking to, plus my sister's children, boys, they were telling the way I was bringing them up harshly and this and that to Princess. I said, Princess, have you heard them? From the horse's own mouth, I keep telling you this is the way I am. This is the way I bring up children. Now it's coming from the horse's own, and they're all right. And I keep telling them, I wouldn't love you and close my eyes for you to go and do stupid things outside there. I will make you hate me and accept my advice and go and be a better person there. Because once you become a better person there, you will reflect what your daddy was telling you that made you angry with your dad. And you yourself will come to daddy, I'm sorry, and I'll accept you as my prodigal son.
Yes. And this is why sometimes we disagree with our parents, and as we grow, we suddenly see ourselves repeating what our parents used to say to us,
Yes.
to our children.
Yes. I know there are some kids who are naturally gifted with brains. Okay, naturally. Okay, I'm telling you, others are very slow. They don't have any logical thinking. That if there's something on the floor here, okay, which actually sort of a rubbish or whatever it is, just a paper even on the floor, and you are passing. You look at it and you go. You don't bother. Can't you use logical thinking and say, oh, this is not supposed to be here. Let me take it and put it in the bin.
True.
And others who do it. And those who do it are the natural thinkers. So when you come to see that paper still there, knowing very well that children have been coming and going, yes, you point out, why didn't you take it? You have to correct them. But other parents will just close their eyes on it. These things causes divorce because it brings friction to relationship. And I know how mothers behave. That's it.
So I have a few questions for you still.
Yeah.
One of the questions is, so so these are the problematic issues that break marriages, which is father shouting on children or being too strict, and mother being too mollycoddling, and that sort of thing. So the solution for that is what? That the parents come together, discuss before they discipline the child.
Yes, both father and mother must come together to find a strategy, especially the problem children, to deal with them. We have problem children. Some of these problem children, when they go to school, they exclude them and they go and find new schools. They can't handle them. But such a child, you got to be very diplomatic to be able to win them for them to understand you. Okay? It's good for them. You don't close your eyes, because if you close your eyes and God forbid you die and you meet the Almighty there, you are the one who's going to punish, because you're only a caretaker. God trusted you with those children to bring them up properly, but you left them loose to go out there and mock and steal and kill and do this. It's not all.
Somebody says infidelity and selfishness are more the causes of breakdown in modern day marriage.
Good one there. I explained that. Infidelity. Infidelity. Now, it comes in different ways. Okay? We have people who are naturally humanizers. We have some men who are naturally humanizers. When I was a student and in the Air Force, oh my God, I didn't even go to them. They were coming to me. But because I respected women, I couldn't refuse them. Okay, I couldn't, because I respected women. I thought if I refuse, yes, I mean, I am snobbing you. Okay, that was my problem. I wasn't naturally humanizer, but I could not say no to them. But now, you see, I'm a man with principles. Over the years, I've learned my lesson. All the time I tell Princess, oh, how I allowed myself for these women to use my body. I feel so sad. Okay? Yes. But there are some people, no matter what it is, they may have a millionaire's girlfriend, they will still go out. All right? Not that they don't love their wives. They have made themselves food tasters. They want to taste every food in this world, which is my character. And there are some women, okay? They go out with their hobbies or their boyfriends, and the way they behave as if they are trying to attract the men. And every man that asks for their telephone number, they give it out. You sit with your husband or boyfriend in a party, and a man comes from nowhere and then come and hold your hand, let's dance. And then you wake up. It's not done, is it? But a good woman, you say, I beg your pardon. My husband is sitting down here. He didn't have even the courtesy to say, may I dance with your woman? He came and hold my hand. The woman will snub you. It's a good woman. A good woman wouldn't disgrace the husband in public. A good man wouldn't disgrace the wife in public. You got to stand out. This is my man. This is my woman. I'm proud of. Nobody else. The other day, I posted something there when I brought Princess's when he was modeling. I said, all wolves. Okay? And if anybody makes an attempt, there's a big war. I posted there with a costume and everything, okay, bikini thing and all sort of things there. Yes. And a friend of mine said, hey, this belongs to you, but why are you showing it? I said, no, I want to show the world what I got. Isn't that lovely? Because, I'm showing the world what I got in my hand. Others can do the same thing. How many men do you see them going out with their wives outside there? How many women do you see them, showcasing their men? Not many. Why is that? They go out.
Freddie, this issue should be addressed to couples. Couples, everybody go out with your wife. If you have a wife, go out with her. There are men out there who, yes, as you said, don't go out with their wives.
Yeah.
And then they create this impression as if they are single. They trick women all the time. And after the women, there are men out there who don't want to go out with their wives. They don't want to go because they have other things and other places to go to.
They have an agenda.
Yes.
Okay? Most marriages even break from public engagements. You go with your wife, okay? And every man is coming to greet your wife and they kiss as if they know you. Sometimes even the wife don't know you, but they come, they shake hands, and then they come here and there, okay? And because the woman hasn't got any motive, they'll say, can you give me your number? And then the wife will give the number. And eventually, they are calling home, knowing very well that you are with a man. You know what I mean? Since I met Princess, people that I know, I don't call very often. Occasionally, it's only Facebook. They like this and that and that. Because I don't want to create any problem. Because I know women can be very jealous. Because if there's jealousy in the relationship, it distorts the whole operation. There will always be problem. So, if you love your woman, stay with her. I don't want to leave Princess off my sight. I'll be in the bedroom. She'll be in the kitchen doing one or two things. I say, hey, Princess, where are you? I say, come here. What do you want? I say, I wanted just to see your face. Yes. You see, we Scorpios, we are so loving, very kind, but we don't take nonsense. There's the point. So if you know how to treat a Scorpio, Scorpio will treat you very lovely. And this is what my Princess is getting. She's getting so much love from me, and I'm getting so much love from her. That's it.
Vice versa. We are each giving each other love.
Yes.
But are you, Freddie Green, I need to ask you this question.
Ask me.
First of all, I need to say I'm really sorry that your first marriage was so rocky. However, is it because of the experience of your first marriage that has made you much more attentive and given you a bigger idea of how to treat your next wife?
No, I was naturally like that.
Okay.
All my women have been out, whether girlfriend or whatever, I cook for them. I serve them. You know, Princess, you can ask her in secret one day. I serve them.
I know you used to cook for your first wife.
My friend's wife.
Your first?
Yeah. No, but even right now, when I cook even, I say, come on, take some and go give it to this your friend here and there. Yeah, I love to cook. Sam and Confusion, Fridays, they come over, I cook, everybody was here. I love to cook. But I don't eat much, but I love to see people eating and drinking. I don't drink. There's lots of drinking. I don't drink. Only cook, I drink. You see, I'm naturally that way. Okay? But I was protecting myself in the sense that one day, who knows, she throws this knife and goes my eyes or whatever it is. I needed to protect myself. But I didn't learn anything more than my natural behavior for what I experienced. You see, if you had problems with a woman who gave you so much problem, or a man who gave you so much problem, and you happen to enter into relationship, be yourself. Don't say because of the way I was treated, okay, I got to be very vigilant. Okay, you spoke the relationship. Because if somebody had treated you badly, that doesn't mean the other one will also treat you badly. It's very simple. I know that some people out there who are thinking, what the hell this man is thinking about? But these are facts. Patience, respect, principles. You don't order your wife to do things. You don't have to order your husband to do things. There's a way. Darling, can you pass me the saucer? You know, make her feel she's wanted. Make him feel he's wanted.
Sir Freddie, let me tell you something.
Oh, tell me.
There are people who, or women who will say, "Oh, my husband, please, can you do the bins when you come home on Thursday? Can you do?" But that's not the way the wife talks to them, because the man feels that him doing the bin, he's doing you a favor. Everything that he does in the house is a favor for you because he goes to work. Meanwhile, in this present day, both men and women are working. And so those are the issues. I think apart from all the niceties of marriage and partnership, there are bigger issues underpinning the reasons why people leave. Because, for example, in my grandmother's day, the man is the provider, the woman is at home cooking, being nice, looking after children, being the natural lovey-dovey and everything. By the time my mother appeared, she was working. My mother's always worked in my life, even though my father made much more money because he was much more all over the place. Now, it's the same for us. And it is the domestication that breaks down marriages. This is what it is looking like when you speak to young people. I like everything that you said. You have
Love does not record record of wrongs. Love,
yes.
it does not record, wrongs.
I know a man who the whole week his wife was looking after the child, running around, doing things, cooking, and working. And then the man comes on a Saturday, the woman is tired, it's like, have the baby for a while. I can't call, let me sleep for a bit. I don't get to. And the man wrote it down in a diary. She slept all day. I had to look after that sort of thing. It's not balanced. The whole and these are the situations that balance. It doesn't balance no day. Balance, get. So when there is no balance, especially when you are both working, especially when you both have a child, the child is not just for you, the woman, it's for the both of you. And so those kind of things, you look at it and you think, I'm doing everything. What is the use of this man in the house apart from sex? Even the bin he won't take.
Shall I tell you one
So
thing?
after a while you think, okay, fine, go, I will do it.
Shall I tell you one thing?
Tell me.
Yes. It's all about arrogance. You live with your woman, two of you, and you expect the woman to carry the bin down there every day. Why? Do you want to feel big?
Yes.
What does it make you? I put bins out. Ask her, she'll tell you. I put bins out. Okay? Because I don't feel belittled. I am myself. I'm confident of myself. I know who I am. I know what I can do and what I can't do. My advice is men should try to bring themselves down. They shouldn't feel bossy ways that, oh, I'm the man. You are the man, so what? Eh? And you are talking about in the olden days where your daddy, you go to work and your mother and that. Yes, we all work. We all work. But we do. I wash plates in this house here. I don't even think of it that, oh, this is, a woman's job. I don't do it. Maybe it's where I'm coming from, the way I was brought up. The way I was brought up. Many people, especially Princess Eva's sister, she says she wishes she can have a man called Freddie.
Freddie, you're an exception.
Thank you. And I know
I think the show the time is up. We've done, we've spent all the time.
Yes.
And so our time is up. I need people. This is, we are entering into October. October is the marriage month. Next week, I will have ladies on the show talking about their marriages.
It will be lovely. It will be lovely.
Some married and some in between. Now, we are in the whole month of October, it's going to be coupledom, marriage, experiences, the different types of men that people marry, the different types of men that people want, you know, and how we can forge forward with all these differences and yet have good family living for our children, setting examples, and especially for the young people coming up. Yes, they are breaking up, but we have to do something to get them together. Because when families break up and there is no stability in the child's life, then that's the society breaking down.
That's right.
Freddie, I want to thank you so much for being on the show. This has been an interesting show because you have said a lot of things and especially even gone in to tell us about your personal life. People, Freddie told you this. It is not a matter for salacious gossip. It is not a matter for anything. It's just, life. And he shared his private life with all of you, all of us. So, Freddie, I want to thank you again.
Thank you very much.
People, if you are watching this on YouTube, please like and share. If you are watching it on television, hello on Channel 7. If you're watching this on Facebook, you're my friend and you're watching, hello again. This has been an interesting show, and we're going to have another one to continue in a different way, a woman's view, next week. Thank you, Freddie.
Thank you very much. And I want to remind you, our form.
Yeah, say that quickly, Freddie. Time is going.
Yes. All I ever wanted, 27th of November this year. Go to our Facebook page and find out the details. Thank you.
People, all I ever wanted is a show. Freddie's acting in it, actually. And it's a show directed by Princess. And her daughter is even in it, a young girl who is quite a budding actress. We have to get interested in following our own, sharing our own, appreciating our own. This is an African film. I want you all to try and attend and viewing, and there'll be a lunch, there'll be a party.
That's a red carpet event.
Yes, it's a very big event, and I hope to see you all there. Thank you very much, Freddie.
Thank you, Kiki. We meet again at your own time.
Bye-bye, people. Love you.